William Morrow and HarperAudio present Shadows of Pecan Hollow, a novel by Caroline Frost, performed by Alex Mckenna. Prologue. Round Top, Texas, 1976. The young woman awoke to the sound of scissors. She blinked the haze out of her eyes, rolled over the tangled sheets to greet him. She was 19 or so, but the crease between her brows and the wear on her skin hinted at a life not lived but endured. He sat naked beneath the window, a stack of newspapers beside him, cutting. The light dripped down his slick black hair and pooled on his shoulders, the tops of his knees, but his face, which was bent toward his work, was only shadow. "Morning," she said, her voice dry as sand. She groped the nightstand for something wet and drank the rest of a warm Dr. Pepper from who knows when. "What's that? Did they see us?" He continued to pump the scissors, long and heavy ones with black handles, and sniffed. "You should have put ice on that," he said. She cupped her cheek, which was hot and swollen as a late summer plum. If she flicked it, she thought, it would split from eye to ear. "It doesn't hurt," she said. "Well, it should," he said. "The fuck is wrong with you?" He'd given the bruise to her yesterday, when she had rushed the getaway and stalled out, a sucker punch to the side of the head. He arranged the cut pieces in front of him, flipped them over, and brushed glue along the backs. The fumes snaked across the room to her, a smell she had always liked. As he worked, a gold medallion necklace, one he'd lifted off a guy passed out behind a club, swung and tapped against his chest. "If they got eyes on us, we should take off, hang out in Louisiana for a bit," she said. He paid her no mind. He was always tempting the law, and the day would come he'd get them both locked up. This life was mean. The late nights, the constant running, and the sickening fear of getting caught. It was too mean, even for her, but she hadn't figured out a way to lose the life and keep the man. She sat up, gathered the motel sheet around her, and wrapped herself up next to him. He smelled like their violent tumble from hours ago, hadn't showered. That was a good sign. When he showered, it usually meant he was going somewhere she wasn't welcome. But he was cold this morning. She couldn't stand when he was cold. Angry? Fine. But cold she could not bear and would do anything to bring him back around. He leaned away, shrugged her off. She began to pulse behind the eyeballs, something awful rolling up inside her. "You want to know if they saw us?" he asked. He put aside the scissors and glued the last of the papers to a cardstock backing, then gave it to her. There was a tight arrangement of articles and a blurry picture below the headline, "Texaco Twosome caught on camera." In the image, two masked figures are driving away in a Mustang. One drags his leg out the open passenger door. The driver faces forward, her eyes reflected in the rearview mirror, her dark hair whipping behind her. "They saw us, but they'll remember you." She wanted to end it all right there, beg him to give up the life and settle down somewhere, change their names, get a dog. They could build something, maybe, instead of tearing off with other people's things. It didn't matter what she wanted, though. He peeled the sheet away from her, snapped it up in the air, and lay it over the floor beneath the window. Her skin goosed at the sudden cold. The sun bounced off the blade of the open scissors in front of her. With two quick curls of his fingers, he gestured for her to hand them over. She picked them up and noted the heft in her palm, the metal smell. "Kneel down," he said, and she lowered her.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?